This year, as your pastor, and we enter this Christmas season, it's my wish for each and every one of you that you don't get sort of caught up or upset about certain terms and certain expressions that we use at Christmas time. Over all the years, and I've heard this many times, I hear Christians get very upset because someone says Happy Holidays and they didn't say Merry Christmas. And Christians have come to me and said, don't you think that's just terrible? And it's certainly not if you really think about it. Let's just take, for example, the term Merry Christmas. That's an old English term, Christmas. It's actually from the 11th century. And the word Christmas was the Old English word Christ Masse. In other words, the Mass of Christ. That's what it was called. So when you say Merry Christmas, you're saying Mary, the Mass of Christ. So just remember that. Secondly, take the term Happy Holidays. The word holiday, again, is an Old English word, and it's Hollandark. And it's an interesting word because it simply means holy day. And so when you say to someone Happy Holy Days, that's what you're actually saying. Now, it doesn't really matter to me whether you say Merry Christmas or Happy Holiday, but I think sometimes Christians get misdirected and misguided when it comes to expressions like that. Which is better? I don't think either. There's another thing to think about. In Colossians chapter 2, verses 16 and 17, the Apostle Paul said, when it came to things like festivals, new moons, holy days, Sabbaths, he said, none of those are really holy days. He said, in fact, all those things are just the shadow of the substance of Jesus Christ. So what was called, even in the Old Testament, a holy day or a holy day or a high Sabbath, those were just simply expressions of the shadow and not the substance. The early church understood this. And I would like you to know that in the early church, they didn't celebrate the birth of Christ for over 300 years. There was no celebration about the birth of Jesus Christ. That had such an effect on believers throughout the centuries, even the pilgrims who came to the United States. They did not honor Christmas Day as a holy day or make it anything special. And so what ends up happening is we take these expressions and we read too much meaning in them. Sometimes we accept the expressions. Sometimes they work out for us. But one of the ones that really bothers Christians is this expression, Merry Xmas. And they say there is a clear way of trying to take Christ out of Christmas. It may be for some people. I wouldn't deny that in our culture. However, the idea of Merry Xmas is deep-rooted as well. The word X in Greek is the word Kai. The word for Christ in Greek is Christos. And so the early church would take, and when they wanted to say Christ, they'd simply put an X there as Kai, meaning Christ. And so when they say Merry Xmas, from the point of view of its origin, they're just saying Merry Christmas. Now, the one other thing that happens, and I think we see this quite often, is that Christians accept other terms like this. Have you ever accepted the Christian image of a fish? Have you seen the fish? Do you own a fish? Well, the fish is the same idea. The fish is the word ichthos in Greek, and it's the Greek letters of these words, Jesus Christ, Son of God, in Greek letters, and it becomes ichthos, or the sign of the fish. So I realize that we live in a very secular culture, and they're never going to see something like Christmas the way we do. But I'm telling you, don't get sidetracked, and please don't get angry. First, pray for the people of our culture. Secondly, remember what his birth really is. It's a celebration of God becoming a man and to deal with the mankind's sin problem. This is the incarnation of the Son of God into our race so that he could end up dying on the cross for us. What a wonderful thing that is. And besides that, even in our culture, through the music and the plays and movies and all that stuff, the world does take notice of the birth of Jesus Christ at Bethlehem. And I think we should take advantage of that. So this year, just enjoy the event. Just enjoy the season. Take advantage of this great reminder of the birth of Jesus Christ.